It's grainy? No, you're talking about... Oh, it's just because... No, it's because I just woke up. That's why the back of my head looks like that. I just woke up, just got out of this bed, so... Why no green screen today? I don't know. I just wanted to stream without the green screen. Let's play a game, guys. Let's play a game. We're going to call this game... What did Rocket League possibly do to let Rizzo turn on his stream and start complaining today? What could I possibly be complaining about again? Because I complain every day, it seems like, about these guys. RLCS tweeted out their schedule for the Major 1, which is actually in 6 days. Actually, a lot of teams have already traveled, all that stuff. 29th, 13:30 CET. And then it says March 30th, doors open, which means that on days 1 and 2, the doors aren't even open to the crowd, which was probably known knowledge to the people who bought tickets, I would assume. I don't know. Maybe it was. Maybe people are caught off guard by that. Maybe they just got like a weekend pass and assumed they could go in. The problem is, you know, maybe that's not too bad to not do a crowd day for 1 day. But when you look at it matched with the schedule, on day 1, they do Swiss rounds 1 and 2, so there's no eliminations. But then on day 2, they do all the eliminations. Rounds 3, 4, and 5. So day 3 is the crowd day, which is the quarterfinals. And so this is when the crowd can actually be there and watch in person. And then day 4, they can watch in person as well. But quarterfinals into Championship Sunday, there's only 7 rounds. You go there, and on day 3, when you go in for the first time, you can watch 4 best of 7s. And then day 4, you go in, you watch 3 best of 7s. Imagine being somebody to travel across the globe to go see the RLCS Major live in person, and you don't even get to see your team because they were out day 2. And some people might make the argument, well, like, maybe you should just pick a better team, but I don't think that's the point. And somebody says, wait, how would you fix it? I see you, Cassim. I see you in chat. How would I fix it? I would let the crowd in on Friday. I would get them the fuck in the venue. Just let them in there. What do you mean, how would I fix it? Let them watch the elimination games. Open the doors. Pay for security and stuff on a Friday. You know, it might be an insane take, but if for some reason that was not a possibility and the doors were glued shut and nobody could possibly open the doors, they have to in some way involve Swiss rounds 4 and 5 on Saturday. And Championship Sunday shouldn't just be 3 matches. You could just make it a lot longer. You could make it so those 2 days have 14 matches, which would be incredibly long crowd days. But at least you would actually have the chance to see much more of your favorite teams. Makes sense. Insane take, though. Is it? Well, I mean, look, I'm down to entertain your take. I'm down for it. How is that an insane take to open the doors on Friday? Or was that sarcasm? Let's think about like the long-term goal or like the long-term aspect of stuff like this, where if they're not doing, and I wouldn't even say this is long-term. This is literally 3 months down the line, but I feel like it's longer term than a lot of Epic Games thinking is going. But I forgot where I was going, so I'm just going to read the tweet. Anyway, I said, no crowd on day 1 and 2 will inherently make people not want to go travel to Major number 2. Maybe I'm not enough of a super fan, but I will never travel internationally to watch 7 rounds of Rocket League while also not having the chance of not seeing my favorite team play. Not even mentioning how hard these players work, and then not getting the chance to play in front of a crowd is a slap in the face. Okay, you guys are going to say, oh, esports players work. Good one. Good one, buddy. But imagine working your ass off to finally qualify for this LAN event. And then you also have to go make top 8 to go get the chance in front of the crowd. I don't know. I feel like it's tough. Like, the crowd is right there. Why can't the crowd just go in? I understand it's probably the reason, usually, and logically thinking, the reason is most likely money. It's always money. It costs money. So that's why they don't do it. But I feel like there is an alternative to actually making this happen. And I think, you know, another reason why there's shorter days on LAN is because they laid off half of their casters, or 70% of their casters, or whatever it was. They laid off so many of them. So like, maybe they don't have a big enough team to stream like all the matches or something, or like they don't want to rotate the same casters in. Did they elaborate on why only day 3 and 4 have crowds, or is that just the way it is? It's just the way it is. And you know what? I don't think they are going to elaborate. I don't think there will be any elaboration. It's paying for the venue. Well, the thing is, I would assume they're probably playing in the venue anyway. What I think is probably happening, there's like multiple scenarios about why this could not happen. So like, if you open the doors on Friday, you have to pay for security and a lot more like ticketing people on Friday, right? It's not that security isn't there on Friday. There are security. It's probably just less, significantly less. So that's like one thing. You have to pay probably more staff to show up and be there on Friday. Oh, the other thing is like, say they're setting up the stage on Thursday, Friday, but if they're doing the broadcast on Friday, they have to set it up on Wednesday, which means they need an extra day. So maybe it's not possible for them to set up the stage in time. And the thing is like, why can't they just say why? Why do I have to sit here and guess, man? Probably also rent cost of equipment. Yeah. I mean, realistically, like every logical reason that you can think of usually boils down to cost. Like it'll cost more money. But I just feel like, you know, even if it costs a little bit more money, I understand they're doing budget cuts. Like I get that. They've already cut out an entire major and like a large percentage of the prize pool and like more than a bunch of casters. And they got rid of mine and Athena's streams. And they basically, yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything else. But there's, you know, they have a bunch of budget cuts regardless. But my thought process is the long-term value of having a crowd day on Friday is that people will show up to your second major. It's not even long-term. It's a 3-month value. It's like if you have more teams available to watch on Friday, more people will show up on Friday to watch those teams. No? I don't know. I think that's legit. But I also think that like paying for it and actually letting it happen and allowing people to watch on Friday also just makes your fan base happy. Is that cringe to say? Epic Games is like, no! Oh! No! Wait. As soon as I said those words, they're like, that's disgusting. Please never say that again. But I just feel like it'd be so nice for the fans, no? Like, give them that, no? Oh, you guys got budget cut too? I thought you guys weren't bothered going anymore. I mean, I could have thought to go for fun, maybe. Now, to be fair, I wasn't going to this one anyway, no matter what. But I could have thought to go for fun, potentially. And also, you know, I clicked a bunch of tweets. Basically, so many of these are negative. Imagine flying 1,000 miles to watch 8 teams play a few games, which is true. 8 teams are going to be playing 7 series. That's what you get when you go buy a ticket and travel all the way over there. Or you can, oh, maybe they're focused on the locals. Who knows? I sold my car, my house, lost my family just to watch my favorite team, Rule 1, play in Copenhagen. Now you're telling me I might not see them play? This is Big Jeff. He is the, I always forget. He's the COO at Resolve. This is poor. We already don't have as many teams even competing at the major as we should have. To make it even less that they play in front of the crowd really sucks. Oh, I was scrolling through here. These are literally like all negative. But this fall is super future events. I can't see myself traveling internationally ever to go to Rocket League. What happened to the game? We love me. It's just all negative. The worst, the tweet I felt the worst about was this one from Papa Naps. Big Wayne. I agree 100% Rizzo. A long way and expensive for a parent to travel to support their child if they don't make top 8 and not see them play. Imagine going to support your kid to play at a LAN event and you go travel all that way to make it happen. You go and you want to see them play live and you're stuck in the hotel room and you can't even watch them play. And then Saturday, Sunday rolls around, they're not even playing. Bro, it's so sad. And I think also what Jeff said here is also even more relevant, right? You don't have as many teams competing at the major and they're also just not on screen in front, or they are on screen, but they're not in front of a crowd as well. Dude, that's like what... Like orgs love that. Orgs love that. They want that. They want their teams to play in front of the crowd. They want that experience. That's how you can gain a fan base, is by, like, imagine KC, for example. KC is obviously a fan favorite to the French, but a lot of people want to see KC lose. Imagine there's a team, any team that beats KC, they're just now the heroes. And they gain a fan base instantly for playing against KC in front of a crowd. Gain a fan base by playing in front of fans? Surely not. that would be way too logical. KC are clapping, everyone ain't no ways. Yeah, I mean, I agree. KC's probably slapping everyone here. But just imagine the chance that it does happen. As someone who def wants to see a major one day, this is concerning. Yeah, I think everybody who wants to go to major probably will think twice about it. They really want to see the schedule beforehand and know if they're going to only see 7 matches or if they're going to be able to see all their favorite teams. Now, I was always recommending, like, if you're going to choose, right, like last season or whatever, if you have the opportunity to only go to one event and it's like, I can go to any event, but it can only be one, like, should I go to any of these majors, this location, or Worlds? I always said Worlds. And so I just really hope that they somehow do not fuck this up and they allow the crowd to be there all days for Worlds. Please. Please make it happen. Don't say, does he know? Please. Please. Honestly, people are going to bitch this much about lands. How about we just don't have any? Epic, probably. Oh, I did have a take, right? We're thinking about how much it costs, about why they won't do that. So imagine that this is their thought process and this is their cost saving method, because they don't have to allow the crowd in on Thursday. They don't have to allow the crowd in on Friday. They could only have them in on Saturday and Sunday. And who are the teams that are most likely to make it to Saturday and Sunday? The French teams, who also has the biggest fan base in Rocket League, the French. So maybe they were thinking that it doesn't really matter if we piss off half the fan base as long as the French are there. That's all that matters. We just have to sell the French guys tickets and then it'll work out. Because to be fair, they would still have the seats filled as long as the couple French teams made it to the top 8. Well, actually, I don't know. If KC didn't make top 8, bro, that arena is empty. Although the Blue Wall is not going to Copenhagen, but there will definitely be KC fans there. It's just that like the big Blue Wall. You know, you saw Worlds. The Les Blue Wall. Yeah, you saw that shit. Those guys are not going. But I'm sure some of the people from that Blue Wall are probably going. Some of the best moments in RLCS history were seeing the upsets underdogs happen live. Imagine missing out on seeing Chiefs going wild back in London only to watch the last few series. Yep. Biggest problem for me is that they expect people to buy tickets with no knowledge of what the event will be like and then release the event info with a week's notice. That's what I was saying. Like when people bought tickets, well, first and foremost, the announcement came a month before like it was supposed to happen, right? This announcement happened like 3-4 weeks ago. They're like, hey, by the way, we're going to Copenhagen. Here's your tickets. They go on sale in 3 days. It's like, okay, yeah, a month notice. I got to get all my travel situated. So that's cool. So they already made it incredibly hard for people to travel. But then I just wonder if they had on the website, if they had shared this information. I feel like most people going to that event, if they didn't read somewhere that said otherwise, like they would have assumed they're probably getting more than 7 series. You say that, but the French fans aren't traveling to this land. I would say it's impossible that no French fans go to this land. I understand what you mean. Les Blue Wall is not going to be there, but they will be there. You know what I mean? It was 2 crowd days at least for what it's worth. Yeah, not worth much. I don't know. I feel like if I was in a situation of buying a ticket and organizing my travel to go watch all the top 16 teams in the world playing in a major, then I'd be a little disappointed if I couldn't watch half of them.